My name is Kristen Langlois, and I'm a student at Full Sail University. And this is my presentation on the history of the ocarina for the Design Tools class. Most people know the ocarina as a musical wind instrument, but not even historians know its true origin, though it is reported to be around 12,000 years old. It's known as one of the oldest instruments in the world. Ocarinas are made of many different materials, such as wood, clay, metal, ceramics, and plastic. I myself own and play a ceramic one occasionally. It has a more pitched sound, and I love the sound of the wooden ones the best. The ceramic ones make more of a whistle sound, while metal creates more of a tinny sound. Most people know of the ocarina due to its large role in the Ocarina of Time, which is my personal favorite game of the entire Zelda franchise. Originally, they wanted to use a reed pipe, but the developers found that might be too difficult to create in-game at the time, and instead used that in Twilight Princess. The ocarina became well known in today's culture because of its influence in Ocarina of Time. They ultimately chose the ocarina because of its diverse origins. The creator, Shigeru Miyamoto, is quoted saying, "I like international music such as Inca or Latin. I really wanted to put in an ocarina. It seemed really Zelda-esque." As we all know, his decision to use the ocarina shaped the entire game and made a little-known instrument well-known in today's world. The ocarina has been known to serve important roles in cultural ceremonies, and such an instrument could be a useful artifact for Hyrulean royal families' hidden treasure. Furthermore, as they were so widely used, especially in folk music, it would make sense to have it on a place such as a farm or Lon Lon Ranch. Its simple and easy-to-play style makes it perfect for almost any location. Ocarinas are small, don't require much maintenance, and are easily transported on long journeys, making it the perfect instrument for this specific Zelda game. It works well in the other games in the franchise, but it feels almost perfectly made for this game. With an easy feel, it's not as overwhelming as other instruments can be. It also has a history in the franchise, first appearing in A Link to the Past, although the English version simply refer to it as a flute, due to a mistranslation from a Japanese word I cannot pronounce correctly, shibu, which means earthen flute. As it's similar in style, you can see why it'd be called that, however, it does have a slightly different sound. The ocarina is also seen in Link's Awakening before being prominently featured in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, making a final appearance in the Minish Cap. Overall, it seemed a perfect fit for the games. You can now find replicas of the ocarina from the game online, and it's forever linked, pun intended, but there's more than just its sound and size as to why they chose it. The developers also found it resembles the Nintendo 64 controllers, making it easier to mimic while playing. The 4 holes in the diamond shape represent the 4 C buttons, the 3 holes in a straight line line up with the A, B, and start buttons, and even the Z button on the back acts as a back hole you must plug to make any sound with the ocarina at all. All in all, it was a really perfect fit. Not only was it easier to develop, but it also gives the player a feel for being a musician, making it all around more fun to play. So not only was it directly related to lore, it was easy to implement in-game. With its simple but sweet sound, it really was the best choice. With the ocarina's gaming history out of the way, let's get to its geological history. It's believed to be over 12,000 years old and originally used by the Mayans. Though it didn't come to Europe until after the Spanish Inquisition, it's credited as being in Mesoamerican and South American cultures, though historians can't pinpoint exactly where or when. One of the oldest European ocarinas known in the world is from Kosovo, a small republic in Southeast Europe, in the town of Runic. It's not recognized by Serbia as it declared its independence in 2008. The runic ocarina is reportedly from the Neolithic era, around 6500 to 3500 BC, and is made of a type of clay, though historians don't know for sure exactly what kind or how old it is. It measures about 8 centimeters in height, with only 2 holes on its axis and the mouth hole. While 4-hole ocarinas are common, a 2-hole ocarina isn't quite as common. As an ocarina player myself, I imagine it has a higher pitched earthen sound, though I can't know for sure without playing it. It currently resides in the Kosovo Museum. The most known inventor of the ocarina is Giuseppe Donati, an Italian inventor who created the most common shape of ocarina we see today, with 9 holes, introducing it in the mid-19th century around 1853. Here you can see him carving them out of wood and painting them with a glaze. The term for ocarina comes from Italian for little goose, which can attribute to its gooseneck type mouthpiece portion of the ocarina. Due to that, you can find a number of bird-shaped ocarinas for sale online, most with 4 holes and in more of a whistle sound. Some even sound more like birds. In 1878, there was more demand for ocarinas, leading Cesare Vincentelli, a kilnman and musician, to develop a mold that would make ceramic ocarinas. He retired and left his workshop to his apprentice in 1920, who sold it in 1964 to an Italian company called Ocarina di Bodrio, who still make ocarinas today. One of the most notorious ocarina making companies is Songbird Ocarina, and they have so many varieties to choose from. If you want more of a whistle sound, you'll want ceramic, wood for a deeper, more earthy sound, and metal for a higher pitched, more tinny sound. You can even find them in original shapes to find one more to your liking. They have their own website as well. There are even international ocarina groups, such as the Ocarina Network, which not only connects ocarina players throughout the world, but also keeps you up to date on different concerts, events, expos, and general ocarina news. They have a group page on Facebook and their own webpage. Created in 2008, it's still very active in the ocarina community. There's also a group called Acabanda, and they all play ocarinas. They were formed in 2017, starting with 5 members. Now with 7, they are an ocarina septet, created by David Eric Ramos, who's known for his YouTube videos. I even had his Game of Thrones themes as a ringtone once. They come from all across America and are dedicated to the ocarina. They play both modern and classical as well. The ocarina is an instrument with a truly beautiful sound, and I recommend that everybody gives it a try. It's simple, it's easy to learn, it sounds amazing. You can even find lesson books which can teach you to play any song. I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and thank you so much for watching. Credits are down in the bottom.